Hey everyone, welcome back to another Alliance War video. This is Season 40 War 10, and we're going up against PALO. My team this war is going to consist of Valkyrie, my rank 3 Human Torch. This is my first time all season bringing in a rank 3 to war, and also just White Magneto for some pre-fights. This is a bit of a shorter war for me. It's kind of nice. I probably needed a bit of a lighter war considering my last performances, or my performance last war anyways. Alright, so starting off we have Path 5, Section 1, that's Chavez, and then that's Cersei. I'll also be taking that Wong on Node 19. And then to end off the war, I have Path 9 in Section 2, that Doom, and then that Penny Parker. Gonna get my revenge. Alright, starting out we have Chavez on Node 2. I'll be taking this fight with Valkyrie. Since my last fight, I decided I really wanted to practice punishing her heavy after her first hit. I thought it was a little less doable and less safe than it actually is. And turns out with just like a little bit of practice and just like being able to react. See, I'm getting that. This will help me get to my special 2 a lot quicker, or at least it should in theory. I do believe she ends up getting like one of her purple charges throughout this entire fight. And because her AI was a little weird, she ended up throwing a lot of specials in this fight. The fight didn't really last it wasn't any shorter than the other times that I've taken this fight. So it's still a bit of a longer one here. Yeah, she gets that purple. I just wasn't ready for her to throw that heavy, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to punish in time. Here she's going to be spamming a bunch of specials back and forth, which is fine. I have a lot of distance from my wall, and I'm comfortable enough, to know when I need to commit. Oh, there I kind of messed it up, and she got more of her purple. I started to hit into her here, and then I realized, I actually do lose power when she has 2 of those, so I decided, let's just stop hitting her for a bit. I'm not ready for another heavy, and she gets the orange one, not the damage reflect, which was nice. Here she's just going to get a bunch of special ones over and over again, but that's fine. I know when I need to commit and start hitting her, even if I have to push her to special 2, the worst thing that can happen is I get up against my wall. So I'd rather eat a special 2 partially to the face than get up against my own wall. Another thing you may have noticed is when I got hit with that heavy, I guess it wouldn't have mattered if I had invulned, but I didn't apply an invuln boost, which I was supposed to. I just kind of forgot. So I do know that special 2 is kind of dangerous right now. Here I throw my special 2. It does not do a lot of damage. I was expecting it to do more, but the hits that followed up, it was enough damage. It was nice. It got the fight moving along. Here, just baiting a bunch of special 1s again. Oh, I got a little worried that I was going to get cornered there, but luckily she did back up. Otherwise, I was going to have to fight my way out of that corner, which wouldn't have been fun. Accidentally landed an intercept there, which gives her a lot of power, and landed another one there, but I didn't have a dex buff active, so it was okay. Here, I do push her to that special 2, but I know my special 1 is going to kill into the block, so it's okay. 103 hits is what that took. That's not usually how long that takes. I had to take like a quick little break to check on something, but now I'm taking this Cersei, also with Valkyrie, put on a combat regen just to top up her health without having to use a health potion. My items, and especially my units last war, took a big hit, so having this lighter war and trying to conserve my items really did help out a lot. I did end up having to boost twice in this war, despite only having 5 fights. I thought I needed to clear someone for that Wong that's coming up, but turns out I misread the plan and I could have just waited on all my fights, but that's whatever. Reboosting is fine. Like I'm regular boosts, like attack and health boosts, are not what's like hurting me this season. So here I get the idea, wait a second, I don't need to just be hitting her block. I can actually get some power here by hitting into her, like hitting her in the face. And then I thought, wait a second, why don't I start getting some bulwarks? And that way my special 2 will hit a lot harder. So I get a few of them, and that's when I remember, oh, wait a minute, I'm not really wanting to throw my my special 2. Sorry, sounds like a washing machine is falling down the stairs outside of my apartment. But yeah, I kind of remembered, oh wait, I don't really need to be throwing special 2s, so that's really loud. I hope that's not getting picked up because that is very loud right outside my apartment. Yeah, I don't want to throw special 2s because she'll just glance it. So I go to throwing just special 1s, revert my combo back so I can be getting pierces instead of pierce passives instead of bulwark passives. And yeah, just gonna do the rest of this fight pretty normally. If I have opportunities to hit her, then I'll take them, but sometimes it is just easier to hit into the block. You don't have to look for openings when they're there. I don't want to bait a heavy, don't really want to risk parrying and missing, and then she throws a heavy, because that would be annoying and prolong the fight even more. And, you know, my fights already take a long time when I'm using Valkyrie, so I don't want to extend them any more than I have to. Alright, just gonna bait out this special 1, hit her with one more combo, and that should be the end of it. Yep, down she goes. Okay, this next fight I was slightly worried about just because I have a rank 3 torch. It's not rank 4. I hardly ever use torch either in war, so it's just like an unfamiliarity thing. And I know that on this node, Wong specials can hit really hard, and with torches like small health pool and the fact that he's rank 3, I was a little nervous about it, but you know, I'm applying all of these pre-fights here so that my stuns will always stick. I mean, none of my incinerates don't apply whenever I knock him down and he goes debuff immune. So yeah, I go out of the fight to make sure my pre-fights apply. You gotta make sure your pre-fights apply, you know. Even like with those bugs being out for years, people are still dying to not checking their pre-fights, and just, you know, can't be doing that. So yeah, goal here is kill him before he can throw a special, which would be nice, but if he wants to throw a special, cool. He does there. I don't want to risk trying to dex it and then messing up and getting hit with a big crit, so I just block it. I kind of forget about the protection here. I don't knock him down for a while, but I'm still dealing like quite a bit of damage. And yeah, this special 2 knocks him down, and I hold block so he doesn't throw a special, and yeah, he dies from all the Nova Flames. So I was a little worried about that fight, but it was nothing to worry about. All right, up next we have a rank 5 Doom on node 35. I'm going to be taking this with Valkyrie. This is a very safe and pretty easy fight for Valkyrie. The only thing that makes it different from most fights with her is after Doom throws a special 1, I want to make sure I don't hit into him until that aura is gone, because contact can nullify buffs. Don't want any of my pierces to get nullified, because that would be annoying, but also he can put a shock on me and then hit me with a big old heavy attack crit. You know, Doom's crit rate is really low, except when he's on defense and wants to hit you with a heavy attack. Then it's like guaranteed crits. It's like he's got the Annihilus synergy. So yeah, he does tap me once onto the block there because he was being a little aggressive and annoying, but luckily it doesn't nullify anything. If it did, I would have just gotten way back, made sure he couldn't hit me. Yeah, Doom's AI is a little sneaky. He almost gets me on a few like dash back intercepts, like trying to hit me as I'm dashing back. But luckily my timing was still on point enough that that wasn't going to happen. Yeah, he does have really good block proficiency, but I'm still kind of melting him away with all these hits into the block. I don't want to hit him normally. One, I give him power gain from the dex buff expiring, but also, you know, it's hazard shift. So yeah, I do hit him accidentally right there, but it wasn't a big deal. I decided I'm going to make sure I get to my special 2 with a few more hits, and yeah, this is just going to kill him with insane damage. Alright, and last fight of this war is my revenge fight. Super excited for this one, excited to really just beat the shit out of this Penny. If I wasn't low on APBs, I probably would have applied one just so I could kill her with a massive special 2. I knew that the fight probably wouldn't last that long because Penny's block is pretty weak without the shield charges, and she doesn't have like too much health. So I figured she'd be dead before I could actually get to a special 2. And yeah, fight starts off kind of slow, but as soon as I get like a few pierces, like just a single combo is going to take away all of her shield charges, which is very nice. Still very, very annoyed that Penny could potentially be my only death this season, the one thing keeping me away from a deathless season, which I still have never had in Tier 1. I've gotten close, but never quite managed to get it. Another thing that I've never quite managed to get is a perfect war, a 13-0, but someone in our alliance got that this war. Happy McMuffins, I'm sure lots of you know him. Yeah, it took 13 fights, which is the maximum that you can take in one war, and he soloed all of them. I think there's only been one time that I've ever gotten 13 fights in a war, and I died one time, so I have not been able to achieve what he was able to achieve. Look at that, it only took 4 hits into the block to remove her shield right there. And yeah, at this point, I definitely know that I'm not going to get to my special 2, because while she does have her shield charges up, she's not giving me any power whenever I'm hitting into her block. That's one of her abilities. And that was a very satisfying victory against now my most hated champ in the game. No damage taken. That's nice. All right. Anyways, we did end up losing this one 3-4. Yeah, it really sucks. There may be some discussion as to how clean their clear was. There were some things going on that made it look a little suspicious, but none of that matters overall to me. That's not the big picture. The big picture is we died 4 times, and we shouldn't have. We left it in the hands of our opponents, and we lost this war, and that's all that can really be said. Wars in this meta can be won with very few deaths by anyone, so we just have to be better. Anyways, that'll be it for this war video. Take care, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.